What's up, guys? Welcome to the Sorry for Your Loss After Show. This is episode 7. It's titled 30 Years. Let's get to it.
I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, the buzz. You're amazing.
Yes. What's up, guys?
Hey, hello.
How you doing? Welcome, guys, to the Sorry for Your Loss After Show. As I said, this is episode 7. We're calling it 30 years. But before we get into it, guys, I don't think you guys understand this. I have some fire co-hosts who are going to bring you excellent insight into this after show, specifically this episode. First of all, I have Chae Jones, who is basically, are you like a Elizabeth Olsen stan?
I am.
Yes.
I am such a Scarlet Witch fan, stan, however you want to call me. I'm super excited for WandaVision on Disney Plus next year.
Yes, and if you guys don't know what stan means, we'll talk about that later in the show. Stay tuned. And then also we have Hailey Matthews, who, interestingly enough, I just found this out, guys. You binge watched the entire first season all in one night because you love the show so much.
Yeah, it was an emotional day for me.
For all of us,
Yeah.
I understand that. And I'm D'Angelo. If you guys watched the after show for season 1, I was there. I loved it so much, decided to come back and lead host. So we'll see how that goes, for better or for worse. But we have a great show for you guys today. We're going to go into some news. Got some hot facts from Hailey, who's going to give us that a little bit later in the show. Mental health facts, because this show is very responsible. It's been just giving us insight into a lot of different levels of depression and grief and stuff like that. So Chae is going to give us some more important facts to help you guys show up for the people around you, the people that you love. And we'll also have predictions. And I have to say, Hailey's been like 100% on her predictions so far. We'll see if she got it right today. But yeah, let's just get into it. How about that?
Yeah.
I'm feeling some type of way. I'm not going to lie to y'all.
Yeah, both are feeling. Continue, though.
So a very quick summary. I mean, you guys watched the episode already, but we got more insight into Danny and Leigh's relationship. We were wondering if they had sex or not. We got the answer to that rather quickly. I just have to ask, guys, do you feel like this relationship is weird?
It is, but I also don't feel like it's weird. I understand the pretense of why it is weird, but once they got over the awkwardness and the weirdness part of factor, they actually did look like just a couple of two young people in their late 20s hanging out, liking each other, spending time with each other, which is something we haven't seen from them.
When did they get past the awkward phase?
It got awkward again. I'm not saying that, but like for a good moment there at the casino, they were
the money patch when they was intoxicated. I guess he was asleep during the drive. Yeah, they had a hot phase where they got to the hotel and they were being kind of cutesy. They went up to the hotel room, did something, I don't know, and then after that
Had sex.
sex.
Is that what it was? Okay. They did all that. Okay, yeah, I'm with you. I hear you. They had a small phase of not being awkward until they saw the old couple.
Well, until the old couple mentioned, because they're drunk and they're just living the life in the club, living in that moment.
Yes.
Of no one else knows who we are, and we can actually just be Lee and Danny, not Matt's ex-wife and Matt's widowed wife and Matt's brother. We can just be who we are.
Yeah.
And then two older couple, after 30 years, are celebrating their anniversary for some reason at a club.
That's lit. I like that.
I support that.
Go with what you do.
Me too.
Because you've been married for 30 years, you got to spice it up how you can. But, the wife comments that they look so good together.
And they remind
them when they first met.
Yeah, talk about pressure.
Yeah.
But especially because that would, like Lee says, that would have to mean that Matt died for that reason.
Okay, Chae. Well, you know what? We know that you like this relationship, and I don't even know if I want to hear from you.
I don't. See, look, I am not just a downer like you two are about the relationship.
Ooh.
Wait, how do you feel about it,
You
Hailey?
just called me a downer. Okay. I don't support this relationship.
Okay, thank you. Finally, someone with reason and I'm messing. But give me elaborate. Why don't you support this relationship?
I feel in my heart of hearts, if you marry somebody, even if they die, you don't date their brother or just a family member. That's something you don't do.
That should be written somewhere.
Thanksgiving is going to be weird.
There's no Thanksgiving. You guys have to skip Thanksgiving every year.
Yeah, can you imagine being the mother-in-law of Matt? What?
No, she could be like, yo, I raised 2 fire sons. You knew it.
No.
Double dipping. I get it.
No. Ew, that's gross.
What? You said they had sex?
They did have sex.
A couple times.
I didn't support that, though.
Fair.
I got actually angry watching them have sex.
I did not.
I was like, why am I watching this?
I'm with you. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to jump in on you because I feel like we're supposed to feel this way. We're supposed to feel conflicted, and there's going to be some people rooting for them because it is love in like a really hopeless way or like a lost way. And she said something really cute. She's like, I haven't felt this happen in a really long time, like before they went on the road trip. So I feel you, but I'm still like, my heart's not there. I'm like, yo, this is, I'm not disgusted. That's too strong. You're disgusted.
Yeah.
I'm just conflicted.
They're cute. They are cute. I'll give them that.
Do you think that because they kind of got to it, they had a little DTR, and it seems like they want to stay in a relationship. It's not just a hookup. Yeah. Do you think they can actually last?
I think they still have issues they both need to work on, and then they also have to deal with their families, respectively, finding out that they are in a relationship. The road you travel is not going to be easy. You have to figure out if it's worth it or not.
That's a fact. Who do you think would be the hardest to talk to for them?
Like, respectively?
In their family, yeah.
Lee's mom, for Lee.
Yeah.
Though she has no right to judge, not a person, not a thing.
Yeah, that's true. And she ran off to Alaska. We ain't seen her since.
Right? She ain't seen her.
She's an avoider. Oh my god.
That is the question of the night. Are we gonna? Is she coming
She's
back?
got to come back.
She has to.
Yeah.
I feel like Julie would be more Jules would be more accepting
I don't
of
think
it.
that at all.
Oh, she would judge the hell out of her sister.
She loved him. She loved Matt.
Okay, but that's also
She's cool with Danny though.
she's cool with Danny.
She'll be.
She's cool with him because she doesn't know that he's sleeping with her sister.
It wasn't something they planned either. So I mean.
Yeah, fair. I mean, Danny's mom is the hardest one of all.
Oh yeah, reasonably so.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't know why she will be at first, but I also think she might be the one that comes around quickest for some reason.
Maybe she'll understand it.
No, especially if she sees a positive change in Danny.
Yeah.
In the sense that this relationship's actually good for him. Because I think she also feels like, since Matt's gone, I've lost both my sons.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if somehow Lee can bring Danny back to her, I think she'll be okay.
Yeah. I get you. You know what? It's interesting. I like the way they did this episode because the way they did it, they introduced something super delayed to see if that made you change how you felt about Danny and Lee. Because apparently... Matt and Nina, who's a teacher, that basically threw the whole mural for him, the whole honor thing. And we were like, at first it was like, oh, this is such a nice gesture of a coworker of his, a platonic coworker. Little do we know, they had a little thing going on. Now, we don't know if they had sex or anything like that, but what we did see was he had a conversation with Danny, basically saying he wanted something to happen. So, now that you know that there was, some type of friction there, or even the chance of an affair, did that change anything for you guys in regards to how you feel about Danny and Lee?
I mean, at this point, I'm so down. I'm actually surprised Danny's keeping the secrets he's keeping. At that, you're sitting on some big information. Granted, now, if you would have told Lee this before you started hooking up, a different conversation. But now that you are hooking up with her, you can never let this out.
That doesn't sound healthy at all.
And that's not gonna happen. Though.
Yeah.
Obviously, it will happen, especially if he comes against Nina. I feel like if they even see Nina again, something she might say is going to set Danny off in that case. To be like, well, I don't know why you're talking to Lee as if you weren't guilty of something with Matt when he was alive.
Yeah. I don't know. It's going to come up. I mean, come on, it's a TV show, so it's definitely going to come up at some point. But... It made me change. It changed my. I'm just really realizing how selfish Danny is. I feel like it made me feel like it's just
he is. Thank you.
I know, but to a whole nother level. It's in a way, it's your brother died.
Right.
You're taking his wife that you hated.
Okay. They both hated each other,
yes.
So technically, continue though.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm just painting this picture here. Mm-hmm. He now he's with her. Now he loves her. Great. He has consistently kind of not shown up for anyone, and now he has this information. And he might have played a big role in his brother committed suicide, if his brother committed suicide, because they showed flashbacks of him blowing up on him a lot. But then lastly, now you have this information that from Lee, who met the teacher now, and you're just kind of holding it, and now you're pursuing a relationship with her. I know I'm kind of painting this picture. I'm just dang, bro, your level of selfishness is crazy.
But I mean, how can he be the one that tells Leigh that what she knew of her, like being that messenger.
Yeah.
No one wants to be that messenger.
That's real. Yeah.
No one wants to be the messenger that tells you your husband was thinking about leaving you for another woman.
You know what? Actually, I agree with that.
Yeah.
He's dead. You don't have to do that to her.
He doesn't have to bring it up.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to.
But he's sleeping with her, so it's different.
Yeah.
That's what makes it different.
Yeah.
They have a different type of relationship now. So I agree with both of you.
So now that it becomes intimate, that's
you can't be dating somebody and want to be with them forever and not tell them that.
But
timing is.
I mean,
key,
it's a catch-22. It's like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you don't tell her and she somehow finds out in another way, then you're in trouble.
Yeah.
But if you tell her, you just shot your messenger. You shot yourself in this relationship that is actually making you both truly happy for the first time in 6 months to a year.
Yeah.
It's gonna implode.
It's just so much baggage that they have to unpack. Like even like the sex thing, like the conversation they had, it was like, "Are you making me do things that like he did?" And it's just like, damn, y'all have so much to process because that's real though.
That's so nasty.
But it's real.
But on the side of that, technically, unless you're really kinky about your sex, I mean, how else
You're gonna
sex
pull
gonna
on old,
How
moments.
else is sex? Yeah, how else is sex positions?
This is why they'll never work out. In a perfect world,
nothing's perfect.
they would not have this looming over their head. But also in a perfect world, Matt wouldn't have died.
Yeah.
That's why I liked how she said, "Did Matt die so we could be together?"
Yeah, it's
it
just
sounds
like
messed
what?
up.
Yeah, it's crazy. But that's the world they're living in. So they're gonna have stuff like that in their relationship and all of the external pressure from family and awkwardness and like it makes it really hard. You got to be super sure.
Yeah.
And you can't be having dreams about your ex husband kissing him.
Mm-hmm.
I will say
she did at the
this
end.
for Danny's defense. He was trying to convince Matt, like, I need you to really think about what you're doing. You can't just leave your wife. Like, despite how he felt
Fair.
about Leigh
That's
at
real.
any other time, you married someone. You did vows together.
Yeah.
Like, don't just do this on a whim.
That's real. I don't know, man. This is one of the first times I feel like they really threw me for a loop. Like
They rushed it too.
You think
for
so?
Me. To just going into him wanting just to be in a full.
Fair.
With her.
Yeah.
I liked her freak out though, because I've had one of those freakouts. Like, whoa, you're thinking that far ahead in this. Like, I just thought we were living in the moment. I really like that scene.
They can't afford to live in a moment.
Not
She's
really.
done that with Postmates guy and almost did that with
Yeah.
random record label guy who had her
Javi.
ex-cousin's Javi jacket on. But now they can't live in the moment because there's so much implications for them doing this. Like it impacts not just them, which is crazy, but
I mean, if they could just live in a bubble, they'd be happy.
yeah, if they could just
We
stay
don't
up
live
where
in
they
a
are.
bubble though.
But we don't live in a bubble. Their bubble looks so cute though. It looked adorable.
It'll affect the people that love them.
It wasn't cute to me. I'm sorry.
It was adorable.
It wasn't cute.
No,
It
you know what
wasn't.
was cute? Matt and Nina was cute to me.
That was cute.
That was mad
I
cute.
hate to admit that.
Yeah.
I will admit it was cute.
He
And
can't
in that
dance.
moment, it really
I
made
know.
me feel that Matt and Nina should have been together.
Oh
Just
yeah.
from that one little clip.
I'm with you.
Okay.
Because no, we've seen
guys.
clips of them together before.
They had
You
chemistry.
are such a bandwagon.
They had,
oh my
they
gosh.
had chemistry. No, seriously,
They had chemistry.
when they did the memorial for Matt at the school, we saw scenes between them too. They just had a very
you know
easy flow, give and take with each other. It was very effortless.
Here's the thing: shoulda, coulda, woulda. He's dead. It doesn't matter.
Oh, all right.
So-
Well,
They're just okay, but then by that standpoint, then why does it matter if Danny and Leigh are together?
Because they're alive and they know it's wrong.
it's true. Well,
You think it's wrong.
I
don't
think it's wrong.
It's not.
Morally, I think it's just jacked
It's
up.
just morally jacked up. I'm conflicted by it as well. But I just need to take a breath.
Wait, we watched it.
They were cute. Like, I'm not gonna they were really cute.
Yeah.
And that's
Everyone in my Lee and Matt have been cute. Nina and Matt were cute. Everyone with Matt is cute. Danny, on the other hand, I just except for the one that stole some money from him, they was kind of cute. I like that.
That actually was cute until she sold the money.
yeah. And then-
But she was also destructive and not good for him.
Yeah.
At the same time.
I think there's something to say about Danny and Lee. Like they're going through a very united experience in trauma, and they have no one's gonna really understand them, and they're the only two that understand one another. So I can understand how it's getting to that point, like that romantic.
That's
point.
why I think they're not. You can't be with somebody that just constantly reminds you of a
Exactly.
traumatic moment in your life.
And I think that's why they're not gonna stand the test of time.
I think
You
eventually
can't move on.
the traumatic they'll learn to it's like sad to say, like embrace the loss in a way and just keep on moving on with their life. Like, that's not saying you're ever going to forget about what brought you together or that person that was in your life, but that also doesn't have to be the crutch you use also be a reason not to be together.
Yeah.
I think Matt is always, I think Danny's always going to be jealous of Matt.
They'll always be reminded when they're together and someone's like, yo, how'd you guys meet?
Yeah, how'd you guys meet?
But
I
like the story. I like the story they said because it was the truth. It was like a.
They were, yeah, but they were.
It was the truth, but it wasn't the truth. But it still was the truth. And saying we hated, like he hated me, I hated him.
Yeah.
But it actually was real.
Yeah.
Like even though the truth was I was his brother's, wife, and he's my brother-in-law, we did hate each other, and now that hate is something entirely we didn't think it was gonna be.
Yeah. Fair enough. Well, I mean, I'm glad we got a little bit more time for this episode just because of all the things that have been going on. I also hope you guys have been enjoying our conversation. I want you guys to know that you guys are so important to our dialogue, our conversation. You commenting on YouTube, you subscribing, all of those type of things help make our panel keep flowing. Also helps continue to make AfterBuzz the ESPN of TV talk. So I just want you guys to know that we're on there reading your comments. Our live chat is always up. If you guys think we're saying some mad outlandish things, let us know.
Yeah, I'm sorry
know.
if I hurt anybody's feelings.
No need to apologize. We're not doing that. And if Chae's wrong, you should let her know. I think you should.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's all.
I really believe some people actually would agree with me.
You're
Those
probably right.
people are in question too, though.
Yeah, I agree. You guys.
But why are we in question? Is why just because it's a different view doesn't also mean it's wrong.
It's not wrong. I'm just questioning your view.
Anyway, so you guys can always. You're not really allowed to star under 4 stars because we're like 5-star crew.
We're 5 stars.
Yeah, so make sure you do that on YouTube, on iTunes, on all the platforms that we're on, and we appreciate you guys. I just want you to know that. We appreciate you so much that I know that Hailey has some dope news to drop for you guys.
Yes.
News.
So I just want to give a quick shout out.
Thank you.
To Kelly Marie Tran. She just joined the cast of Croods, the sequel. It's the animated one.
I'm so
that's
excited.
awesome.
I love
That movie
Croods.
was really dope. And of course, she's going to be in the upcoming new Star Wars film, Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. I'm so excited for this one.
That's going to be fire.
I'm really happy she's in
It's
this
going
one.
to be even more fire because she's in it.
Yeah.
She's so versatile, too. Like, she's on a show like this, and she's going to be doing roles like
She's going to
that.
be getting some big bucks.
That's right. Shout out
Making
to
money
you.
and move,
More representation, too, of course.
which also is what matters.
So that's really great.
I can't wait to. Well, we'll get into predictions and stuff like that, but I can't wait to find out more about her character going forward because she's got a hot date now from last episode. Anyway, also, this is on a more serious tone, but Chae has. I'll preface it a little bit better. We talked about it at the beginning, but one thing that we really enjoy about this show, even now, they're still covering it because we're like seeing like different ways that people recover from grief. And there's just aspects of mental health that they continuously touch on with this episode, even as the characters develop. And Chae is going to just give you guys some more mental health facts and share some things that she thought was interesting that fits kind of to the show.
Well, obviously, with Lee and Danny seeming to move on slowly from Matt being gone, I decided to pull up an article from dyingtolovetoKnow.com. This is about giving advice to somebody grieving a spouse's death. So many people say emotional pain is more agonizing than physical pain. No one knows this better than a grieving spouse does. If your wife or husband recently died, it's likely you're having a difficult time dealing with the sadness and anger that often follow such a traumatic event. Understanding what you can do to help yourself through this nightmare may bring some relief. So these are just a couple tips of coping. Recognize the loss. Experience the grief the way you need to. Everybody grieves differently. No one has to grieve the same way. Take care of yourself. That is the most important thing. Create a peaceful bedtime ritual that incorporates soothing scents like chamomile or lavender. Ask friends and family to help when it comes to cooking if you don't feel up to it. Prioritize keeping your body healthy during this stressful time. Avoid hasty decisions. Try not to feel guilty. A lot of people feel guilty, especially if their spouse or friend or family member has died from either suicide or just loss that I was called. Like, it's more survivor's guilt. We really have to recognize that it's It's not your fault.
Yeah.
Accepting the loss of a spouse, embrace your emotions, whatever you're feeling, make small changes. You don't have to make big changes when you're not ready. The small ones can seem bigger than they really are. Connect spiritually, seek support from your family, friends, grief counseling. Also, depression and versus grief. Grief does lead into depression, so always have your friends or family looking out for that. And moving on. With compassion and patience and strength, you will be able to overcome some of the emotions you're feeling right now. Just be good to yourself and take each moment at a time. Little by little, you will find the pain lessons as you remember your spouse, and the days ahead will look a little brighter.
That's good. I like that one.
Thank you.
Yeah. You know what? You said something interesting, too, that kind of ties back into the show, the aspect of making hasty decisions. And so
I knew you were going to.
Oh, it just stands out. I'm just saying.
Okay.
But it's more so a question because the episode ended with Leigh having a dream about Matt, and they painted a picture of how it felt super like romantic, the purple lights, but it felt really real to her, like kissing him. Do you feel like the relationship with Danny is one a hasty decision, even though he's been dead for like a year now at this point? Mm-hmm. Is it a hasty decision? And is it going to prevent her from fully recovering from, we talked about this a little bit, but fully recovering from Matt's death?
Hailey, you want to start?
Yeah, because even though it's been a year, this year she's been spending so much time with Danny. So she's not moving on in a normal way for me. So with that being said, I think next episode, she may say like Matt's name.
Oh, Doreen.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's your prediction.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
okay.
true.
I think that's really funny.
That's
Never do
take.
that.
That'd be really funny for me.
That's real though, and I could see that happening, and that will be it for that relationship. Mm-hmm. Even if it kind of she's just whispering, "What you say?" I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
For me,
That's a good prediction.
It's only a hasty decision because though I love the fact that Leigh still looks at the good things about her relationship with Matt, I also think she also needs to look at some of the bad things that he's either done in the relationship or some bad faults. Because if you're just so stuck on the good, and so if anytime somebody says anything bad about that person, you're just gonna flip off that they were a saint, they were perfect. You have to recognize the bad faults in another person that you lost to also be able to move on.
Yeah, that's good.
That's hard to do.
It's hard to do.
I agree with you.
But it's also something I think you need to do for your own healing.
That's real because you forget the nuances when you lose someone. You romanticize.
Like the dream.
Yeah.
And for me, that's the only thing I didn't like about the dream so much. You even though it seems like you're trying to move on with Danny, now you're romanticizing who Matt was.
Yeah.
And Matt wasn't perfect.
Wasn't it like a sex dream though?
With Matt?
Yeah.
It seemed like it was just they just showed the kiss part.
I think it was more like
on
I think the
windowsill.
sensuality,
Yeah, it was
intimacy of it
sensual.
maybe.
And it probably just connected her back to that.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's a good answer though.
Romanticize.
Yeah. That's good. I don't know. You already know how I feel about the relationship. I don't think it's healthy. I would have preferred her to get into a relationship with someone else, like a serious relationship, come out of that, and then bounce on
I
over.
agree with that. That would have been better for me.
Yeah, but you're going.
I can see what you're
And then it feels hasty because think about what happened before she went to Danny's place. She kisses the guy and realizes, you know what, this ain't it. Then she grabs the jacket that Matt
we used to wear.
She's like, it's a scene. She's like smelling it, trying to smell him, right?
Yes.
And then she drives to Danny's house. That's like, okay, that feels hasty.
That's not healthy.
Yeah, that seems a little hasty.
Okay, I actually like your idea.
I'm right? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying you're right so much as I agree with the statement that you just made.
Oh, okay. I'll take that.
That's all I'm contesting for today. Okay.
For sure. So we got a winner. She's on our side now.
I am not. But I can see both sides. How about that?
Fair enough. This is a good discussion. You kind of already gave your prediction, so I think we should just kind of segue into that, and we'll.
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Well, for those who may have just tuned in just now this second and missed what Hailey said 2 minutes ago, how about you start us off with your prediction? It's a good one.
That Leigh says like Matt's name while having sex with Danny. That's like, that could happen, but that could also not happen. I just think her mom's gonna come back and witness it and not be okay with it.
Especially the dream now. She had the dream after they had sex. I think.
Yeah.
Multiple
Can you
times.
imagine?
So it took a couple times to get that dream.
That's true. You had to tap in deep, real deep. Anyway, what was your prediction, Chae?
I get serious now. My prediction is that it's gonna be Team Matt positive, and then where Lee's concerned versus anti Matt and Danny's. Like, they're gonna get in this big argument about just who Matt was, and maybe that's when the secret comes out about Nina and Matt, or some words are said that I hope doesn't destroy how far they've come so far right now. However, it could lead that way.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, we're getting close to the end of the season, so some cliffhangers are going to be coming. They left a big one for at the end of season 1. I do think something's going to happen that puts a big rift in Danny and Leigh. By the end of the season, they won't be talking anymore, like just excommunicating.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah,
Really sad.
and it's either going to be. I don't think it's going to be like a slip up. I think that'll happen, but it'll be like a build up. It'll be a slip up, say Matt's name, but then like Danny. The thing about Danny, he's going to bring up that information out of spite or in an argument. It's not going to be like in a sit down and listen.
Dang,
let's talk.
That'll really put a knife.
It's gonna be an attack.
Yeah,
it's not gonna be. It's legit gonna be an attack.
It's a big attack.
Because I think he's gonna feel attacked or defended or defensive. So that's when he's gonna use that. The only time a person does that, especially when you have information like that, is because they want to hurt you as much as you just hurt them.
Yeah, I just don't think they're good for each other. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Yeah,
we know
they're the same person in a lot of ways.
Yeah, but also different in other ways. I think that's the only reason why I think they balance it out.
I'm so sad Matt is dead. Like,
He seems like a great guy.
Yeah, I really like him.
Other than the infidelity thing.
Yeah, like, except for the contemplating leaving your wife.
Yeah.
Doesn't everybody contemplate that, though?
Yeah, but actually, I actually think it felt like he actually really wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Well,
like that's also the difference. Well, yeah, he's dead. He's not getting a chance.
Yeah. Well, do you guys have anything else you wanted to add?
We love you guys.
Aw, you guys are pretty cool. We're pretty lucky to have you guys as fans. Well, it sounds like we're done, so I'm gonna end the show. Thanks for joining us, guys. This was a great discussion. Yeah. It's just, this show's stressing me out. I don't know if you guys can tell. But that means it's a good show. They're writing it really well because I wanted the next episode to come out immediately. You know how hard it was to not watch the promo? You guys probably watched the promo.
I didn't even think about watching the promo.
She slammed her computer so hard as soon as it ended. She's like, done.
That's facts.
I'm ready to talk.
All right. Well, we're going to sign out. First of all, guys, you're going to see where you're from on social media. We'll get better there.
So weird. Hey, guys. I am Chae Jones. You can find me at Real Chae Jones on Twitter and Instagram. And I am your new host correspondent for Disney News Weekly on Popcorn Talk. Nice.
Hey, guys. You can find me everywhere at Hailey Matthews.
And I'm D'Angelo. You can find me, obviously, here on Tuesday, somewhere between 7 and 7:45 p.m. We'll be here. But you can hear me on Instagram at D'Angelo or on Twitter at D'Angelo TV. See you guys next time.
Bye, guys.
Deuces.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.